Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So, I'm pretty hungry. Thankfully, I'm cold, but that situation is improving. Actually, did I just walk by any coal blatantly? I need to be picking up coal while I'm in here. Okay, no, I'm good. But we are headed to Desolation Point. I had to take the long way around because there were still wolves blocking our direct path. They did not really migrate to a different section of the zone, so I ended up having to go around and, again, not go through, rather, the basement area where I was hoping to find an additional food item, clothing item, anything really. So maybe we'll get lucky and can pay that a visit on the way back. But at the same time, you know, on the way back, there's even less way to tell if there's wolves nearby, and I don't want to walk straight into a trap, so I am inclined to go the long way around on the way back as well. Or who knows, maybe we just stay in Desolation Point, which is not an advisable course of action, but this is Interloper mode, and you do things that are not advisable, even more so when playing on this difficulty level. Coal. 3 pieces. Excellent. New chocolate bar. That is just what I needed. And a bandage. Okay. 2 items in 1 location. That never happens. So here's a workbench. Anything in the drawer? No, of course not. That would be too convenient. Alright, let's go ahead and eat that chocolate bar. Waste no time. We also are low on water, so I'm going to have to look for some water in Desolation Point. But we're almost there, thankfully. Oh, wait. Okay. I don't think I walked past any coal. Again, if you're newer to the Long Dark and you're not familiar with how to spot coal, it's slightly browner than the rest of these rocks. So these are gray. Coal is kind of brown. So once you've spotted that slight distinction, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like that. Okay, it seems like our lantern is running out of fuel. That's not good timing. I've got a torch, but I think lighting my torch would... Actually, I think I have some lantern fuel, so I think I could actually refuel this thing a little bit. I'd prefer not to. But I will if I have to. I'm going to keep going as long as I can. This thing lit. Okay, there's the exit. Let's go over here and see if there's anything. There's a piece of coal. That's it. Alright, so this thing stayed lit long enough to get us through. Maybe there's something on the other side we can scavenge to. Oh yeah, of course there is. This is the cabinet where we typically find the heavy hammer. Alright, let's put this away. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can refuel that. Tools. Actions. Yes, of course we can refuel it. There we go. Alright, we have no lamp oil available, but at least it's a little bit better now. Not that much better. Okay, so moment of truth. If the heavy hammer, is in this drawer, then we're in business. If it's not, then we're going to have to go looking through Desolation Point to find it. It is not. Okay, we need to find that hammer. And it is somewhere in Desolation Point, I believe. If it's not, then we're going to scavenge while we're here, and we're going to have to go back and find it somewhere in the world, thus prolonging our quest for tools. And I'll really have to stay on the move in order to survive. There's definitely plenty of places left to scavenge, and an entire new region, Forlorn Muskeg, but I'm not familiar with it, and I would prefer to explore the Muskeg once I was more fully equipped. But let's go ahead and step outside. Okay. Rose hips. Let's go ahead and grab these. Stick. 8 more rose hips. Very good. Any more? Nope. Okay, good. I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I thought my footprints were sticks there for a second. Stick. Stick. More stick. I used some of my sticks in the last episode to add fuel to a fire. So I'm replenishing my supply a little bit. Do I have the ability to make a snow shelter? Nope. Not quite. Don't think I have the cloth or the sticks, frankly. Alright, so we're pretty hungry, as you would expect from someone who has no food. Thankfully, it's not atrociously cold. Hey now.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Alright, so apparently we're encumbered. How's that? Oh, it's the coal. Of course it's the coal. Duh. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to leave all that as is. I really wish we had some cured leather so we could repair our shoes. That would be nice. One win that we have working in our favor, even if we don't find the heavy hammer right now, is we have some guts curing back at our safe house on Coastal Highway, which is not terribly far from where we are right now. And those can be used to make a fishing line. And then we found a couple of hooks, and we can attach hooks to the fishing line, and then we can fish for food. So we're not completely up the creek without a paddle. We have some irons in the fire, so to speak. Okay, I'm actually going to go up this way. I want to visit the church first. Let's not run too much. I don't want to wear myself out, considering I'm already encumbered. But I'm hoping to find some food items at the church. Hey, more rose hips. Nice. I also need to find matches. Let's not forget about that. I've been sorely lacking in the match department. I think I have 4, possibly 3 now. Let's have a quick look. How are we doing on matches? 3. Yay! That's right, I lit 1 fire outside to thaw a deer corpse, and then I lit another fire to cook the meat. And, ooh, hey, reed maple saplings, but we can't do... Actually, yes, we can harvest them, because we have a hacksaw. Perfect. Alright, so that at least will be useful. Yeah, I have the hacksaw, so I forget I can break this stuff down. I'm not completely SOL since I have the hacksaw. What you really ideally want is a makeshift hatchet.
This cold is making my head feel thick.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant sensation. Okay, hopefully there are no wolves up here. I've never encountered any wolves by the church. Now would be a terrible time to find out if there actually are any. I know there might potentially be some additional saplings here, though. Because they usually spawn. Nope, they're not here this time. In a previous Against All Odds season, I walked straight through them. Either that or maybe it was my Interloper miniseries. But in either case, I know there's some mushrooms right there, but I'd rather come into the church because I don't have a lot of time left to be walking around. I want to step in here.
Oh, I could eat anything right now.
Okay. Cedar firewood I will take. Metal container. Newsprint I'll take. Corpse, do you have any food on you? Please tell me you have just 1 food item for me. No, nothing. You have absolutely nothing. First aid kit.
I'm gonna die if I don't warm up soon.
Did I look through that? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. That is a rabbit. Okay. Let's see if the coast is clear. Literally, the coast is clear. To get to the lighthouse, which is right over there. There's a car right there that I could run down to and hop inside, which would serve 2 purposes. I'm actually going to hop up here real quick and look for animals first, though. This is a nice high ledge. Okay, good. Don't see any wolves nearby. Let's get into that car, see if we can find a food item in there. Or any item, really. Alright, glove box. Nothing.
Called this thing.
Alright, nothing in the back. Trunk is locked, but we're going to pry it open. And then we're going to beeline to the lighthouse. Of course it's empty. This is Interloper. Alright, let's haul it. And hope the lighthouse has some things to make us happy. We are not at all in a good position. Just to make that clear. Because we do not have the heavy hammer, we are really in a bad position, frankly. I mean, our meters are all emptying out. We have no food. We have no water. We have 3 matches. I mean, there is the ability to light a fire in the lighthouse. So, it's not like we're going to a place that's completely inhospitable, but we should very much be hoping that the lighthouse has multiple items inside it that could be helpful to us. Okay. Let's see what we find. Decent sport vest. Okay. That could be useful. We'll check that in a second. Cedar firewood. Firewood's good. And there's a chair as well. Alright, nothing in there. Nothing hidden under there. Newsprint. Firewood means water. And that solves one of our problems. Decent wool scarf. Okay. Already have a wool scarf. But again, we'll mess around with these new clothing items in just a moment. For now, since we have the daylight on our side, I would like to explore this area. Hey, there we go. Pork and beans and an emergency stem. Let's go ahead and eat those pork and beans right now. I know. Yeah. Did you not notice we just picked up pork and beans? Alright. So our hunger problem has been very, very temporarily solved. Let's go up farther and see what else we can find in here. And then we'll mess around with our new clothing. Which, frankly, I don't think is going to help us much. Three lockers, nothing in them. That would be our luck. Let's see what's up at the top. Usually there's an item or two up here on lower difficulties. But there is nothing up here on this higher difficulty. Okay. Down we go. Alright, so we are in a bad way. Since I was able to feed myself, I now need to light a fire, which is going to use one of my precious matches, of which I really don't have a lot. Hopefully in the nearby areas there are going to be... Oh, hey, I forgot about this. Medicine shelf. Hopefully in the nearby areas there are going to be... there's going to be an opportunity to find a fire striker. That's what I really have my fingers crossed for. That would be, even if we can't find the heavy hammer anywhere, that would be a nice find. Okay, so let's go ahead and come over here and light. First of all, let me make sure that the Frontier Shooting Guide would be absolutely useless to me before I burn it. Improves rifle firearm skill by 5 points. Yeah, Frontier Shooting Guide is utterly useless to me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and burn that. We're going to use a cattail head, and we only have 3 wood matches. So we could use accelerant to make sure we start this fire, but I'm going to go with the 80%. You haven't completed researching this book. Oh, that's a nice prompt. I'm glad they added that. Yeah, go ahead. 80%. I hope we didn't just waste a match. We have a 1 in 5 chance of failure.
Come on, little fire.
Indeed. Cheer it on. I'm just not going to say anything. If we can get some water out of this, we might actually be able to do a little bit of exploring before the day is up. Okay. Let's add some cedar firewood here. And now let's go ahead and melt 0.6 gallons of snow. We're going to need to put some more fuel on this fire.
His own pee doesn't seem so crazy right about now.
Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and boil it. I might even want to get more water out of this fire because this single drink I'm about to take is going to take up a lot of the water that I have on me. Let's see. How much are we going to have left? I'm going to guess 0.3? No, 0.48. That's not bad. I will stick with that for now. We're pretty tired. We're also pretty hungry. Let me go ahead and at least make some tea with what we've got left on this fire. That will give me some additional calories and keep the hunger beast at bay a little bit longer. Drink. Drink. Oh, they both stayed hot. Nice. Alright, and these will improve our rest. So now if we go upstairs, we definitely need to get some sleep. I'm kind of tempted. You know what? Screw it. I'm going now. I'm not waiting. The weather's good. I'm actually going to head over to the most profitable area for scouting while the weather's good. We're tired, and it's cold. But if I go now, we actually stand a chance of finding some of the gear that we need. And just finding food. And, you know, living. For a substantial period of time. How long have we survived? 7 days? We've got a week under our belt now? Not bad. Not bad for having no survival tools to speak of. Alright, there might be a wolf on the other side of this bridge if I'm not lucky. No wolf. Okay. Let's hop over here. Yeah, I know. I could have sprained myself just now. Thankfully, I didn't. It's actually not that horrifyingly cold right now. Could be a lot worse. Alright, I actually know I don't want to run right now. I don't have a lot of energy left. And there are areas to sleep where I'm going. There's the Riken. I kind of want to visit the Riken. There's always food items there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the Riken and drop off the coal. That way I am not burdened anymore. That seems like the sensible thing to do. Beautiful waterfall. I look forward to, if I can get far enough in this playthrough, I look forward to having enough gear to be able to enjoy the environment a little bit more. Alright, there's our second destination. So Riken, then there. And there's lots of potential scavenging to be had there. Again, since we don't have the heavy hammer, we could... I'm trying to remember where I found it in the Interloper miniseries. I might go back and watch that and see if I can figure out where I found it. But I have no idea in which episode I found it or what. And I do seem to remember kind of getting lucky with my find. And what are you circling? I'm guessing a corpse, but what manner of corpse? Actually, I don't see a corpse, but I do see a feather. Maybe there's a corpse up on the deck. That's kind of morbid. Alright. Let's hop inside. Our old friend, the Riken. Alright, oh, it's this corpse. Alright, so wool scarf. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have new clothing items. We need to try those on in just a second. But first, let's look around this ship while we have the daylight on our side. Actually, just so that I can make sure that I see everything, I am going to go ahead and light this. What's that up there? Oh, just red light. Okay. I'm going to light this, and we're going to look around and see what we can locate. Alright, nothing in there. Going to try and be very careful. You never know what could be crammed in the corners of this ship.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, there's that. So nothing in here that I can see.
I think I need to lay down.
Let's go ahead and get that piece of cloth. Hello, furnace. Hello, coal. Anything else in here? Nothing. This is awful. Alright, let me go ahead and drop all the coal I'm carrying. Should be under here. Yep. 22 pounds of coal. Drop. We're still burdened because of how tired we are, but at least we've got our coal on the ground. Now let's keep heading up here, because there's usually a food item up here on the second level. All right, there's the frozen angler. That'll help with our fishing skill. There's a plastic container up here. Come on, give me a food item somewhere, guys. At least there's a bed here. Cardboard boxes. Okay, I think I see some tomato soup. But there is nothing aside from the tomato soup. Let's head up to the top level and see if we're luckier up at the top. At least the tomato soup will give us a little bit of food. It looks like the weather's worsening, so we need to head towards... Yeah, we need to head that direction before the weather gets much worse. We need to keep moving. I will worry about eating later. Metal container, what do you got for me? Nothing? Okay. That answers that question. Let us get over there while we still have a bearing. It's that direction. It's actually right that way. Okay. Yeah, I need to get down. Again, while I still have a... Oh, hey, there's a corpse. So they are circling a corpse that's outside. I thought it was a little unusual that they would be circling a corpse that's inside the ship. Alright, step inside. Again, I'm going to eat that tomato soup in a bit. Not right now, though. Not going to worry about the light. 3 hours daylight left. I just need to use that to get to my next destination, which will hopefully contain a bounty of food, of items. I doubt it will, but there's no sense not hoping. Alright, let's move in that direction. Again, I've got tomato soup, so my hunger is not going to be an issue immediately. And again, supposedly you can find items in boats. So there's some boats over here, and I am going to pay them a visit real quick, because I've never found items in boats, but I've never particularly looked. So I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to find out that this is the moment that I can actually locate some supplies in these little boats. Nothing in this one. There's some reclaimed wood. I'll go ahead and pick that up. Oh, hey. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay, plastic container in that boat. Good to know. Nothing else there. What about in here? Dog food. Holy crap. That's 500 calories. Come here. Thank you. I don't remember who it was right now. I wish I could remember you by name because this is totally worthy of a by name call out. Thank you for pointing out that you can find food in boats. For all the time I've spent playing the Long Dark, I did not know that. Fantastic. Alright, so now let's get inside. We're tired and hungry. We're going to start losing condition to it very soon. Condition meter hasn't quite popped up yet, but it will before we get inside. Unfortunately. Hibernia processing. We have arrived. I'm actually going to explore the outlying buildings first. Trying to stay on the high ground to look for wolves.
I will die if I don't get food soon.
I know. Okay. Before I end this episode, I want to give myself and give you the satisfaction of looking through this building. And also eating. We're definitely going to eat since we have that dog food. Our hunger situation just got better. Here's a whetstone. Okay, let me go ahead and light this. We're not going to have a lot of light left on it, unfortunately. We'll get more oil for the light when we do some fishing. For now, we're kind of running low, but... There's the old bedroll. Again, we can't pick those up. It's not the same as a new usable bedroll. Nothing in the crate. Nothing here at all. Nothing in that crate either. Okay. We're about to run out of lantern light here. Nothing in that container. Wow. Okay. Let's leave this trailer. And actually I will go ahead and I'll tell you what. Let's turn around. Let's solve one of our condition problems right now. We're going to go ahead and eat this dog food. It'll be a nice 500 calories and we'll free up some weight. And I might as well go ahead and take care of the tomato soup too because its condition is pretty low. That's going to be 300 calories. So we're going to be up to 800 calories. Not bad, but again, not great. All right, let's drink some water. And now I'm going to cut across to the main facility here. Wolves can sneak through right there, so I need to be careful. Okay, can't get through there apparently, unless I duck. I could have ducked just now. That would have been useful. Alright, let's go through these containers. Once we're inside, we'll be safe, so I'd rather do the risky stuff now. Don't know if there might be wolves nearby. Okay, that's that. And we are inside the main facility in Desolation Point. Hopefully we will find some useful tools here. And I see some food right there. Nice. I'm also hoping that we find a little bit more lantern fuel. That would be nice, because otherwise I'm going to have to use a flare to look around here. And that's just not convenient whatsoever. But I will go ahead and cut this one here. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes with kind of a survival, science fiction, and or simulation vibe air every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is GMT -5 for those of you not in the States. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.